It's not just the business owners that need to understand this. I think employees or a 1099 contractor needs to be aware if all of a sudden they're being shoved in a box that this is not what they signed up for.
I think people are sold this bill of goods. Well, you're going to get more money in your paycheck. Well, sure, on Friday, but at the end of the year, you wind up paying a higher tax rate. You have to pay a self-employment tax on top of. It's bad.
We do have a download for this issue.
It's July 6, 2024. Welcome to BizGlitch 188, continuing our 6-month plus of mistakes we've made or we've seen other people make. And boy, we've seen some doozies. What's the doozy we're doing today, Linda Ray?
This is another soapbox that you stand tall on. For sure.
I love being up on the soapbox. What am I rambling on about today?
This is the conundrum of W-2 employees versus 1099 contractors. Specifically, do you tell your 1099 contractors when and where? Because if so,
that's a no-no.
They are severely misclassified. Department of Labor?
There's a reason why a 1099 is called an independent contractor. They are independent of your rules, your requirements, your work schedule. And we know that a lot of you folks out there, you listen to some knucklehead
on Reddit
with how to save money and lower your costs by making your employees into independent contractors. And this way, you don't have to pony up the money every payroll period for Social Security and Medicare and disability insurance and health insurance and other benefits. You don't have to get involved with that. But you're violating the law. Because if you're treating them like employees, then they need to be paid like employees.
The thing about this topic is where a business owner might be misguided or they might misunderstand what do you want help with in your business and how are you going about collecting personnel to assist you with this. If you are a control freak, this is not going to work for you. If you're a control freak, you can't have your cake and eat it too. If you want to dictate how people that you hire perform in your business, then you have to have them as employees. This happened to us where we had a 1099 contractor and we then converted her to W-2.
We converted her to W-2 because she needed that kind of, so she was reporting to me as an independent contractor. We had 3 independent contractors working for us at the time, of which she was one. But she just couldn't wrap her head around the idea of the responsibilities. For us, what we always said to the people we hired as independent contractors, we told them, we can't tell you when to work. Turn in a timesheet for a minimum number of hours a week. If possible, because we know the volume of work. What we're looking for is results. When all the work is done, we need to see certain levels of results. Here's all the tools you need, access to the software, etc., for you to perform the results. We don't care when you do it. We don't care how many hours a week you spend doing it. We'll pay you for it. But this one person, a W-2 status so that she could get the formal supervision she needed.
One of the reasons this glitch exists is because during the pandemic, when we were assisting clients with qualifying for the PPP loan, payroll protection program, a lot of times, more times than we cared to count, the business owner thought that their 1099 contractors were employees. And thus,
they would literally tell me in the phone interview, how many employees do you have? Oh, including me, Trevor, there's 6 employees.
Yes.
Okay, great. Then I would get the tax return. And under the section where it says salaries and wages, it would have 0.
And the other thing, too, is what we saw is, and one of the actionable items is to review a podcast that we did. And part of it is on video because when we were live talking about the EIDL loan from the SBA, Economic Injury Disaster Loan, we had a specific question from not only a client, but a viewer in the audience during that live show that asked, can you expound upon the difference between W-2 and 1099? This question was coming from a client who not only had a business, but he also worked for someone. So he had a couple of different perspectives that he was coming at it. So that's why he was kind of inquiring and not so much like, I know the difference, but what are some of the ramifications and what are some of the issues that you're seeing?
It sounds really complicated, but in fact, it's very simple. And if you go to the irs.gov website, or if you're a glitch guru and you get our downloads, it is actually a very
Yeah.
simple concept. It
And we
comes
do-
down to control. The other part of it is a lot of people buy into this idea of getting a check that does not have the deductions taken out.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I'm going home with more money. But at the end of the year, you're not. Because now, since you are considered an independent contractor on a 1099,
You're a business owner.
You're a business owner. And that means what we learned, as Linda mentioned, with the PPP program, the Paycheck Protection Program, or the SBA's COVID-19 EIDL program, a lot of people who thought they were employees went to their local unemployment offices during the pandemic only to be told, you're not an employee.
Yeah.
And they were like, wait, what? And then they would contact people like us and say, wait, so they're telling me I'm not, but I am an employee, but how do I need money to get through this pandemic. It was massive.
It was madness. Well, that's enough for 188, right?
We'll see you tomorrow for 189. If you are a control freak, which we were not being control freaks, but if you are,
Okay. I don't know. We just
I
got.
don't know. I kind of went. I kind of trailed off there.
Yeah.